that this season. They are, however, in that tough Central Division, which boasts Detroit and Atlanta, and for not perhaps for those two teams, the Bulls might be at the top of the heap. Dave Corzine to jump center with Mike Jaminski to get this game started. As Hubie Brown pointed out, another big one for the Sixers. They squandered a winnable opportunity last night at the Meadowlands and need to regroup and post that important victory tonight.
Well, anytime that you have 16 games remaining and 11 of them are at home, you have a big advantage. Unfortunately, you must beat all of the good teams.
Sam Vincent, the young backcourt man for the Bulls. In fact, the last time these teams met, Vincent was just playing in his first game. This is Brad Sellers, who along with Horace Grant have really come along and given this team great shooting from the baseline perimeter. Jaminski out high. Corzine comes out on him. Jordan guarding Albert King right now, and the Sixers nearly throw it away.
Well, they double-team Barkley hard with Jordan, and it is an advantage because of Jordan's size at 6'6", and then more important, his quickness and shot-blocking ability.
Barkley goes up over Oakley, and the rebound to Vincent. And the alley-oop attempt underneath to Charles Oakley misses the shot, but followed up by the ever-hustling Michael Jordan.
See, Jordan is the third leading rebounder on this team. See, what you're seeing right now is what we saw last night in New Jersey. Slow transition defense by the frontline people. New Jersey getting confidence early.
There's a rebound by Oakley. Offensive rebounds are few and far between against this Chicago team this year. They are tops, in fact, in defensive rebounding. Tops in the NBA. Sellers with the ball. Robinson on him. Here's Corzine. The hook shot. Off the mark. Barkley the rebound.
See, the games with Chicago are all very close. Very seldom do you get up over 105, 106 points. So you cannot allow easy baskets during the course of the night. And you must get some offensive boards. You got to get some cheap baskets. See, like right here.
Sellers on the break, and they get an easy one there, and the Bulls on top by 6.
See, what you don't like is 2 baskets have come in transition, and forwards have scored both of them.
Jaminski cross court to Albert King, and a whistle.
Well, down inside here, we have Oakley grabbing Barkley coming across. They screen for Barkley on the baseline. Here you'll see Jaminski looking to make the pass here. Skip passes over. Now watch Barkley. Barkley and Oakley. We just saw the tail end of that. Oakley grabbed him first before Barkley hit him back.
They have been very physical since the start of this game, which is now 2 minutes old, and the Sixers still looking for their first field goal.
Now you have to remember, Oakley's the #1 rebounder in this league.
That's Jaminski, the jump hook, and the Sixers are on the board.
They need a big game from G-Man tonight. They need 3 big scores in this one if they're going to get it done.
Here's Corzine, a good outside shooter for a big man. Robinson had the rebound, but had it poked away by Sellers. Jordan to Sellers, who had 2 shots at it, and then is fouled.
During the course of the night, you just have to zero in on the easy things. And by that I mean the backcourt turnovers, the lack of transition defense, and the fact of whether or not you're going to work hard tonight and get on the offensive glass.
The foul is on Maurice Cheeks. Brad Sellers will have another.
Sellers is an 82% foul shooter, and that's the reason why he was all upset about missing that one.
Now it's Chicago 7 and the Sixers 2.
Now their front line is big. Sellers at 7 foot, Corzine at 7 foot, and then you have Oakley at 6'9", the #1 rebounder in the league.
Cliff Robinson gets 2 Bulls in the air, but can't get the shot to fall, and Oakley another rebound. Quick outlet pass, and here's Jordan.
See, that shot down below by Cliff Robinson was affected by the potential shot block of Michael Jordan.
And with that, the Sixers would like a 20-second timeout. Did you see Jordan when he sticks that tongue out? He's like a lion about ready to take on his prey there, and into the air and unstoppable.
That's why they came tonight. The people got up with that one.
So did he. Amazing talent. He's got 4 points in the game, but what the fans love are those.
Well, the thing that you have what you really like about him is the fact that he never misses a game. He's played all 65 games, and he plays 40 minutes a game. 40 minutes a game. And when you play 40, you know, we're talking about more minutes than Charles Barkley plays. Here's a clear out for Barkley.
Charles Oakley on him, and Charles Barkley takes it right into the heart of the Bulls defense and draws the foul.
Well, if that's Oakley, that's his second. Oakley's all upset here, and that's excellent. They're going right to the bench here, and they're bringing in Grant. And you'll see Barkley make the strong move, gets the body contact. See, Oakley is upset because he feels that Barkley dropped the shoulder, but all the offensive players are going to get that call.
Now this young man, number 34, Horace Grant, had an outstanding game here when the Bulls were last in town, and he is probably right now the biggest surprise on this team, the one player that Doug Collins is happiest with at the moment. He's been playing very well.
Well, in the last 4 games, he's playing a half a game, 25 minutes. He's getting 10 points and 8.5 rebounds. So, you know, there's some pretty good stats.
9 minutes now left in the first quarter. The Bulls lead at 9-4 and nearly turn it over under pressure by Mo Cheeks.
And for all the people who will be watching the college games, the Grant that is the forward at Oklahoma is his brother.
Yep.
They're running a double screen for Jordan, but he wasn't open.
This is Sam Vincent from the outside.
Well, Vincent has made a big contribution. He started now, this is his 11th game. He's averaging 12 points a game and 8 assists.
The rebound to Sellers, who did not even have inside position that time, but still came up with the ball.
Nice pass.
Sellers turns around, and there's a loose ball foul called as Sellers tried to tip in his miss, and he's called for the foul.
That was debatable. You know, you could have called that on Cliff Robinson also, because that one was up for grabs. A lot of times in the NBA game, they wouldn't even call that.
Here's Cliff Robinson. Another sweeping rebound, this one by Horace Grant. 3-on-2 to Corzine, who dishes to Grant, who powers it in, and he's fouled. I don't believe the Sixers, UB, have gotten an offensive board yet.
No, not yet. And this is what I'm trying to bring out before this game. Here's your dump off. Real nice, strong move right here by Grant. That's a powerful move.
13-4 with Grant a chance to add one more.
Well, it's the old story in sports, in basketball especially. If you're not going to pound the offensive glass, then you've got to be back on defense. Because if you're not on the offensive boards and you're not back, where are you? You got to be in one of the two places.
Albert King in and out, and there's the first offensive rebound of the night for the Sixers, and a 2-pointer for Barkley.
Well, Barkley is noticeably limping here.
Vincent on the drive almost had one, and he is fouled.
See, Vincent has added a dimension to them that they might not have had before. He's not a great dribbler, but he's quick enough that you must honor him. And then he has it all. He's a very, very good spot-up shooter. He came out of Michigan State, where he was a great, great college scorer under pressure.
And, of course, the younger brother of Jay Vincent.
See, and what this does, this allows Michael Jordan to really concentrate on posting up and running off the picks. And then when you need him, he can take over the game and do all of his things from the top of the circle down.
15-6. Mo Cheeks picked up his second personal foul there. Now to Cliff Robinson, who has Sellers on him. The hook shot by Robinson is up and good. His first field goal.
Well, Sellers is making Robinson work hard now. That's the third time that they've posted him up down there. But he's giving him a lot of trouble. Because you might remember now, Sellers is 7 foot, and he has long arms.
Jordan squares up and fires the jump shot. No. Rebound to Barkley. To Cheeks. Sixers once again inside to Robinson, who shows him the turnaround move this time.
Excellent move by Cliff.
Jordan, Albert King on him. Albert commits the foul, and Michael Jordan just hung in the air another second, enabling him to get the shot off. It will count, and he will be at the free throw line. But first, a timeout with the Bulls leading 17-10.
Down. He's a very, very tough cover. No one guy in this league can stop him from getting off a good shot. Now, in the early going, the Sixers are really struggling. They are 4 for 11 from the field, 36%. The Bulls are 7 for 13, 53%. And the Bulls are winning the battle of the boards, 8-5.
And Jordan will be at the line. He's got 3 field goals. A chance now for his first free throw of the night. Rebound to Gerald Henderson. Gerald Henderson and David Wingate in the game now in the backcourt for Philadelphia. Robinson, Barkley, and Jaminski remain up front, and here is a pass inside to Jaminski. In traffic, lets it go on the floor. The battle won by Jaminski, still fighting with it, and finally it's knocked out of bounds, says Wally Rooney.
Well, I'd say G-Man really got hammered that time, no doubt about it. Jimmy's really all upset.
I think Barkley's hurt as well. He came out of that scrap limping noticeably. Very physical team, the Bulls.
They give no quarters. There's no doubt about that.
Quick shot by Gerald Henderson on the inbounds play. The offensive rebound, Barkley once more, and he'll go to the line.
He's definitely hurting, but we saw that earlier. You know, he's been smarting as he's been trying to get down the floor. Now, this injury happened to him in the game on Saturday night down in Washington. He turned his ankle. He doesn't have a lot of swelling, but he's got the pain. Now, you have to remember how much weight he is carrying, and that naturally also is a criteria here. Now, Charles is shooting right now his 756th foul shot. Give you an example, Michael Jordan only has shot 667. Oh, great anticipation by Gerald. Almost had it.
Vincent with it, though. Steadies up and fires from distance, and Sam Vincent, showing an outside touch, has 6 points. And the Bulls lead 19-12.
See, David Wingate is hobbling along himself. He has a bruised knee. Sat out the last 2 games.
Another turnaround move, Cliff Robinson, no, and there's Horace Grant, the rebound.
See, this is a tough cover with Wingate hobbling. I'll tell you, he's going to have a tough time with Michael Jordan. You say, well, Gerald picked him up, but what happens now is that once you go to double team, then you're giving them the perimeter shot.
The Bulls commit their first turnover as Vincent throws it away. 5:40 left first quarter. Chicago by 7. Horace Grant, the rookie, guarding Barkley. Charles spots the open David Wingate. A 2-point field goal attempt by Wingate is good.
Nice. Took the double team that time and threw the diagonal pass. So instead of making 2 passes, you're skipping the 1 pass guy.
Corzine tried to feather it inside that time to Grant. Sixers got a hand on it. Bulls will keep it.
9 seconds on the shot clock.
Sellers to inbound it. They go to Jordan, who goes straight up. Rebound Barkley.
That's one of his favorite areas. He shoots extremely well. And that's a tough shot when you're halfway between the basket and the sideline. Tough shot. Here's a high pick and roll. There you go. That's
Jaminski
nice.
left open by Corzine, and high in the air for the rebound. Jordan, boy, he went way up that time. Bounce pass to Horace Grant on the move, and Jordan the assist. He hits the running Horace Grant, who will also go to the free throw line.
Now that pass, this pass should not even get through. Now watch this. The ball goes right past Cliff Robinson right there. That was a definite possibility of a steal. And then not only does the ball get through, but you foul a guy and he ends up with a 3-point play.
Grant was a 65% field goal shooter in college last year. Led the nation in that department for people who scored 20 or more points. 22-14 now. To Jaminski inside. The Bulls collapse on him. He goes away from the strength of the defense and hits the hook shot.
I'd say that was a strong move, mainly because Jaminski had to improve himself with that dribble.
Corzine on the run, but tapped up, and that'll be Grant. Grant's got 7 points already. He just killed the Sixers the last time they were here in that very controversial game, which Philadelphia won in overtime. Cliff Robinson, 6 points for Cliff, keeps the Sixers close. They trail, however, by 6.
See, if you're really watching this game right now, you know there's another good move by Vincent. See, you have to play Vincent. Vincent's playing with a lot of confidence. See, Barkley's on Grant. Grant is very active. Consequently, Barkley can't cover him. He can't cover him in a transition. Then when the shots go up at the other end of the floor, he's nowhere to be found.
Inside now to Jaminski, who skips one to Wingate. Again, the jump shot by David, no, and the rebound out to Vincent. Here come the Bulls once more. They've got 4 on 2.
4 on 2.
And that is Horace Grant, who's having a field day. Grant and Vincent have 17 points between them.
See, this puts a lot of pressure on Jimmy Linen, because you must make a critical coaching thing right now. Do you stay with Barkley, or do you take Barkley out of the game and come with a different guy who can possibly give you a full court coverage? Now, they're coming with Coleman now, and it'll be interesting to see if he is in for Barkley.
What's a little bit scary will be his last night in the Meadowlands, and of course you were there when Charles Barkley went out with his injury. The team just went flat, did not hustle, and they seem to have picked up right where they left off.
Well, they were at 52-50 at the halftime, and in the first 5 minutes, here we have the missed shot. Now here we have the transition. Now this right now is a 4 on 2. Very strong move by Grant. Last night, you're right, Jim, in the first 5 to 6 minutes of the third quarter, the game went from 2 points to 15, and it rather stayed in that area. No serious runs, never getting it down underneath. How about this one? Washington at Boston. Wow. It's a big game because everyone concerned in this battle. And how about New Jersey over Cleveland?
Yeah, that game's at Cleveland. Do the Cavaliers know that they're in a dogfight to survive the playoffs?
Well, the Cavaliers have been struggling. They're playing very poor basketball right now. I think there's something like 2-10 in their last 12 ball games.
Funny how things work out. They make a deal for a premier player like Larry Nance, and once he arrived, they really haven't adjusted to each other as yet.
See, everyone thought that Cleveland, because they had so many home games, would have the advantage. It's the same thing here with Philadelphia. But if Barkley continues to be injured for any number of games, you know, you can throw that home court winning philosophy out the window. Now, I admit the 76ers are 22-8 at home, which is excellent. The only trouble is they need their 3 horses up front because of the caliber of competition they're playing. Because after tonight, next week, the 3 games next week are against great teams. Houston, Milwaukee, and Atlanta, all in bitter races themselves.
So we do have Ben Coleman now on the floor for Charles Barkley. Coming off the screen is Cliff Robinson, isolated on Sellers. And he just steps back and hits the jump shot. So Cliff Robinson showing Brad Sellers his offensive repertoire here.
Well, in the last 7 possessions, the Bulls are 5 for 7 from the floor. And it must come from the defensive end. This is a team that doesn't score a lot of points. They have 28 already, and you have 3 minutes to go.
Sellers from distance, no. Another offensive rebound by the Bulls, and it's laid up and tapped out finally, and here come the Sixers. Ben Coleman on the run. He's fouled.
That was a nice drop-off to the trailer by David Wingate. You really couldn't tell whether he knew if Coleman was a trailer in this. And you'll see, just watch Wingate's eyes right now. See, he just catches him out of the corner of his eye. Strong move that time. Unfortunately, he didn't play the board. If he played the board, he had a chance for a 3-point play. anytime you come on the fast break, you try to avoid doing a scoop shot, swish shot. You should always try to use the board as much as possible. That way, if you get fouled, you got a chance for a three-point play.
Another one of the Bulls rookies just checked in. That's Scottie Pippen. He comes in replacing Sellers. And Coleman gets one out of two. 28-21. 2:25 left, opening quarter. Here's a steal by Henderson.
Nice.
and a foul in there.
Excellent.
A frustration foul committed by Pippen, who lost the ball and just went after Gerald Henderson like a football player.
And he shoots, which is great because it's the penalty situation. Gerald has anticipated this backcourt stuff really well. Now, the other one he just missed about 2 minutes ago. But he's quick. The thing I like about Gerald is he might gamble in the backcourt, but he always gets back and picks up his own man.
Well, Sixers don't need this. Missing free throws.
Well, Gerald's one of the best guys on the ball club, an 82% shooter.
Again, 1 out of 2, and it's 28-22.
See, there are a lot of guys who gamble in the backcourt and that for steals, and then their man beats them, and nobody ever talks about how many times they break down the defense.
Here's Jordan off the screen. No, the tip in, though, is by Pippen. Scott Pippen got in there, and there's another offensive board by the Bulls. They're really hurting the Sixers at both ends. Rebounding.
There's very little blocking out going on here, and it's becoming a major issue early. Oh, no. Boy, you can see that. I can see that one from here.
Pippen can really get up there, but he's not going to get the chance. David Wingate comes across and holds him by the wrist, him being Scottie Pippen, so that will be a foul on Wingate.
Well, you know, you say, well, that's 2 wrongs. No, you made the one wrong, and that was the fact that Wingate threw the ball away. But this was a smart move. Scottie Pippen is a very, very poor foul shooter. He's a 54% foul shooter, so naturally that was a good move by don't let him get the layup.
Brad Sellers will come in as the Bulls now start to clean their bench. Charles Oakley comes back.
They have 6 guys on the floor. Well, they're taking out Corzine right now. So they'll play Oakley at the center position with Pippen at small forward and Sellers at big forward. He's just missed 2. What?
Yeah, what's going on?
What's the
3
story?
per quarter?
He just missed 1. I mean, that's the second foul shot he missed. I mean, I didn't hear them blow any whistle. Did you? That they gave him for stepping over the line or something?
I did not see that. In any case, there's the hat trick for Pippen. They haven't brought back that 2 to make 3 rule on us, have they?
But you know what? Sometimes when you shoot and then there's a delay with substitute, you forget.
30-24 now. Steal by Henderson once again.
Look up.
So Gerald giving this team a spark right here. Wingate for 3. Saves it. Coleman got away with a travel, I think. Jaminsky tapped it in.
Never mind the travel. How about the shot? My gosh. I mean, I don't know how many of those he'd ever make, but fortunately, Jaminsky was on the offensive board. Isn't it interesting when you're a big guy and you don't have a left hand? Sometimes, you know, the difficult shots you have to get off.
Pass inside, and Jordan with his great quickness that time just accelerated right by David Wingate. 32-26. 8 points, Michael Jordan. The leading scorer, however, is that Horace Grant with 9.
Oh, there's a foul?
Vincent and Henderson shoving at one another.
But they let the first contact go. I mean, he didn't get a foul until he tried to turn the corner. Right now we have 35 seconds for the quarter. Now what the Sixers were trying to do there was to get what they wanted, force Chicago now to take a shot so that the Sixers will get the last shot of this quarter. So you knock these down right now. If Gerald makes this, you're in the 32-28 ball game.
And that's where we are. John Paxson in the game now for Chicago, another player that has hurt the Sixers this season. Henderson on him. Paxson will not turn it over very often.
Well, he's a good spot-up player.
Here's Pippen with it.
So you got to guard Pippen for the dribble. He's not a threat from outside. This guy, you need a net right here.
Michael Jordan with the first move, about ready to go toward the basket, grabbed from behind.
See how he just lulls you right here? And now the big step. There are certain guys that are blessed with a big step, whether it's off a no dribble or whether it's off a dribble stutter like Michael just used that time. When you use that dribble stutter, what you do is you lull that defensive player, and if he starts to rise out of his stance, then you make that big step. You have the major advantage on him. He can't recover. Now, the Sixers are in good shape right now, Jim. They have 16 seconds for the quarter. They're going to get the last shot.
And they're down by 6 points. Now it's under 10 seconds left. Henderson behind the back, backs in on Paxson and has a wide open David Wingate, and he connects with 1 second left to go. Excellent execution by the Sixers there. The open shot hit by Wingate. And so at the end of the first 12 minutes, the Bulls 34, the Sixers 30.